Hey, Mr. Grable here. We are doing third grade Go Math lesson 10.2 today, and 10.2 focuses on AM and PM. We are really going to be focusing in on this essential question there. How can you tell when to use AM and PM with time? So, this concept of AM and PM really helps us just so we know when during the day it's going to be taking place. So we'll take a quick look at this example and we'll take a look at this number line. Lauren's family is going hiking tomorrow at 7 o'clock. How should Lauren write the time to show that they are going in the morning and not in the evening? So here's the concept of AM and PM with morning and evening. So we can use this number line to show the sequence or order of events. It can help you understand the number of hours in a day, which we know is 24 hours in a day. So midnight is when 12 a.m. is when the day officially starts. So we are sleeping at 12 a.m., but this is when the day starts, and the block of a.m. goes from 12 a.m., at midnight time, all the way up until noon. So anything between those hours is considered the a.m. From noon until 12 o'clock at night is the p.m. So anything that happens from noon until 12 a.m. is the afternoon or p.m. Um, so let's take a look. So if she's going hiking at 7 o'clock, and they're going in the morning, would that be here on the number line, 7 a.m., or would that be 7 p.m.? Well, they're going in the morning, not in the a.m. So Lauren and her family, they're getting up early to go hiking at 7 o'clock a.m. Could you go hiking at 7 p.m.? Sure. But Lauren's family is going in the morning, not in the evening. A big thing with AM and PM is reading the clock and then just using your brain and thinking, when is this most likely going to be taking place? Let's take a look at a couple of examples um, on these questions. So we're going to write the time for the activity and we're going to use AM or PM. So this will be a good review of telling time for us, also reading the clock. All right, so number two is whoever it is riding a bicycle. So we have to first read the clock. You always start with the hour hand. Hour hand will go right here. So the hour hand's the shorthand, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Well, it's in between the 4 and the 5, so I do 4 o'clock. You always go to the lower number. Now the minute hand, we know that there's 60 minutes in an hour, so each one of these represents 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's 4:20 AM or PM. Well, if we're riding a bike 4:20 AM, that doesn't make any sense. I don't get up until 6, 7 AM. So I'm not riding my bike at 4:20 in the morning. That's ludicrous. You're going to be sleeping. So it'd be 4:20 p.m. This would be after school, before dinner. That makes the most sense. Number three, we're going to be making a sandwich. So let's first read this clock. You start with the hour hand, the short hand, and it's in between the 11 and the 12. So it's 11. Now the minute hand, I know 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. It's 11:34 a.m. or p.m. Making a sandwich at 11:34 a.m. Well, that's the morning. Why would I be making a sandwich in the morning? But 11:34, that's pretty close to noon. Noon's the time that you would eat lunch or eat a sandwich. So I'm thinking it's a.m. But let's take a look at p.m. 11:34 p.m. Well, that's super late. Like your bedtime is probably 8, 9 o'clock p.m. You wouldn't be making a sandwich after you go to bed. That wouldn't make any sense. Let's take a look here at number four. You would get ready for bed. Well, this clock's a little bit easier to read. So it's 8:12 a.m. or p.m. It says get ready for bed. Well, 8:12 a.m., you're just about on your way to school. You wouldn't be getting ready for bed. So it must be PM, 8:12 p.m., getting ready for bed, brushing your teeth, putting your pajamas on, so on and so forth. So that makes sense. All right, I'm going to get you a couple of problems for you to do by yourself. Here they are. So go ahead and write the time for the activity and use AM or PM for problem 6, 7, and 8. Pause the video, and then when you're done, unpause the video to check your answers. All right, so you're back, and here are the answers. You eat breakfast at 7:17 a.m. You would have science class at 1:20 p.m., and you would play softball at 4:08 p.m. So I want to go through one more problem that can be kind of tricky for some kids. And this is number 9, and it's very important that we take a look at this word quarter. So we're going to write the time using AM or PM. Quarter after 9 in the morning. Okay. Well, a couple of things that jump out at me. Quarter after, so it's not going to be before 9, it's going to be after 9 o'clock. It's going to be happening in the morning. So right away, I know it's going to be AM. Morning, AM, got that part done. I want to talk to you about this quarter. So quarters, I always think of those nice shiny monies. Kyla gets a quarter when she clears the table and does her chores. And we think of a quarter as 25. We think of a quarter as 25 cents because 4 quarters equals $1 when we're talking about money. And just like you, money's something that we're always thinking about, something that we have a lot of experience with. But with time, a quarter means something different. So remember, a quarter is 1/4 of something. So when we're talking about money, it would be 1/4 of $1, which is 25 cents. But when we're talking about time, a quarter is still 1/4, but it doesn't equal 25 cents anymore. So let's take a look at this 60 minutes on the clock. So we're going to divide this 60 minutes up into 4 sections, because that's what a quarter is 4 parts. So when we do this, we'll notice that now our 60 minutes is into 4 sections. It's not perfect, but it'll be okay. So each one of these sections is how many minutes? Well, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Let's see. 5, 10, 15 minutes. 5, 10, 15 minutes. My line there is not very perfect, but you understand. 5, 10, 15 minutes. So I have quarters now. There's my 60 minutes. And one of these quarters is 15 minutes. Because 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 equals 60. And 60 minutes in an hour. So a quarter would be 15 minutes of 1 hour. Yeah, 15 minutes in an hour of that hour time. So it says a quarter after. I got to think quarter is 15 in math after 9. So it's 9:15 a.m. So today we reviewed AM and PM, and we reviewed reading the clock. And I also talked to you about that quarter again. And that's really an important concept for you to grasp, because you'll hear people talking about, oh, it's a quarter after, it's a quarter to certain times. And remember, a quarter is 1/4. In time, that means 15 minutes. If you have any questions about AM or PM or reading the clock, or about how to find the quarters with using those fractions in clocks, just come and ask me, or you can ask somebody else in class. Bye.